Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. And today we take a look at the number one player in Legend and the army which he's using. Because I have a huge problem right now. I'm running normally Queen Charge Hybrid and I'm struggling so much in Legend. I'm facing 4 ground exposed, super minions and everything, and it's not fun. It is just straight up not fun. And if you're not named like Gaku or someone else, then you really have problems and you can't really run any hybrid attacks at the moment, I feel like. Maybe that's just me, but at least that's how I feel, and I saw yesterday in the chat that a lot of people feel the same way. So I want to use a new army. I want to switch the army, maybe not forever, but at least for now. And well, let's just try the number one army, or like the number one player's army, which is this PEKKA SMASH version. So I will show you guys today many bases. I will explain to you guys how exactly you can use this army compositions, when to use the Warden Walk, when to use the Queen Walk, what type of entries should you look out for, and I will explain everything for you guys. So if you're having struggle as well with your current Legend army, or like overall you don't like your army at the moment, then this video is just for you. So let's get started. We're starting off on this base with the Warden Walk. And whenever you have like one of those teaser bases, and I call those teaser bases, as soon as the town hall is kind of like located a bit more onto one side, then it's for me like some sort of a teaser base. And what I'm normally doing on this base is always starting a Queen Walk or a Warden Walk on the other side of the base, and then starting with your PEKKA SMASH on either the right or the left, or like on one of the flanks. That's basically the purpose of this. So why exactly do I use a Warden Walk over here and not a Queen Walk, for example? So first off, we want to get rid of this Wizard Tower. Why is this Wizard Tower important? Well, it's pretty key, otherwise my troops might walk. So let's imagine our Queen, like we would have done the same thing with our Queen, which would have been faster, 100%. But let's say we would have done the same thing with our Queen. She would have walked to the right or to the left, either side, and then we would have wall break into the Archer Tower, into the scatter compartment, and everything would be alright. Correct? No, because this Wizard Tower could have lured over the Super Wizards or our own Queen into basically running around the bottom side and never come back to our main group. So this is why I took care of this Wizard Tower, which I feel like, or like the reason why I feel like this was quite important. And now everything, just sending everything in basically. So that's the main idea which I have at the moment. And like I said, whenever you have those teaser bases, just bring the Blimp. That's what I'm doing at the moment. And the reasoning why I'm using the Blimp, or like why I'm using the Yeti Blimp at the moment, is because it's so flexible. You can use it for taking care of a compartment, you can take care of the town hall, and many more things. So what exact combination do I run in the Yeti Blimp? Because there are many versions out there. You can use the 2 Yeti, 3 Super Minion, Super Goblin, that was the word. You can use the Yeti and the Super Goblins. You can use, what I'm using, the 2 Yetis and the Valkyrie, because whenever I'm using this Valkyrie, or like, sorry, this Blimp for the town hall, I'm always using a rage, because whenever there are like small bombs, for example, it's really risky to take care of the town hall with this Goblin and Yeti Blimp. So this is why I'm always using a rage, and instead of the Super Goblins, I'm using the Valkyrie, because if there are any skeletons, we can get rid of that really easily. And as long as this push is taking care of the core on this base, most of the bases are just straight up wrecked. And that's exactly what happened on this base. In the end, it was a bit close on time because we had a really long Warden Walk. But overall, like, as long as you're bringing the witches on the outside, they're so nice of preventing time fades. And that's obviously really great. So we can see it over here. In the end, we have like around about 15 seconds left on the clock when the triple is hitting the screen. And well, that's the first base. But don't worry, I have many bases for you guys prepared for today, so I can show you guys on many different bases how to attack them, and how hopefully you can get 3 stars, and how, if you want to switch your Legend army, which I did, then it's a pretty easy start for you guys. So let's take a look at the next base. On this base, yeah, that's another 3-star base, pretty classic, but at the same time, I feel like not that common anymore in Legend at the moment. So what do what do we do on this base? The first thing is, well, I just like the lock, and that's why you're using just the siege barracks over there. That's basically it. Obviously, it would have been actually pretty smart to drop something in this gap and first trigger some traps. But to be honest, I just want to like, this guy should have had the chance, so that's why we did not do that. Now the next thing is kind of, why exactly did I start it with the Blimp, or like with the siege machine? The reason was because this base was basically a huge block of buildings. And whenever you don't see an entry pretty early into the attack, because I mean, you have only 30 seconds. You have 30 seconds and then you have to attack. And the reasoning why I use this in the beginning is because now I have like a shape. Like now I have like some sort of a pathing with taking care of this compartment. Because now we can just enter on the right side and do our thing basically. So that's pretty nice. And obviously the enemy royal champion is taken care of as well. So that's overall pretty nice result for the first for the siege machine in the beginning. So now we're sending in the P.E.K.K.A, wall breaking in obviously. We want to wall break in twice so we get into the scatter compartment and then we can open up the entire core with our jump. That was the entire plan. Obviously the second wall break is going somewhere random. Still the king with our witches on the outside is doing work. Now the first rage, now the warden ability, so everything is leading into the core with the warden ability, so this is looking really damn good. Next rage into the core, so everything is getting powered up, freezing the scatter, so my super wizards are staying alive. And now that's the biggest thing to me why I like this strategy. Oh my god, I can finally laugh about the super minion people who are using them on defense. Like, this is so stupid. This is going to be another part of this video which I'm talking about, which is the defensive clan castle. And as I said in the beginning to you guys, and that was 100% honest, like, I am really struggling at the moment in Legend versus first ground expos, and second of all versus those super minion clan castles. And I don't get it why people are using super minions. I mean, okay, if they want to trigger me, that's fine. Like, go and trigger me. But at the same time, why would you use them? What is the biggest strength of super minions? Well, super minions are really strong against queen charges. Like, that's the biggest point. Like, when they got added to the game, they were the #1 queen charge counter in the game at all. Like, it was insane. But if you're like taking a look at your defenses log, like in Legend, for example, I don't think you're facing a lot of queen charges, if I'm completely honest. At least that's for me. I don't see a lot of people using queen charge hybrid anymore for the exact same reason what I just said. Like, so many ground expos, it's not that easy to execute anymore, and there are just way easier and more powerful strategies out there at the moment. So that's kind of thinking. By the way, this is getting really close, so we have to get back for this 1 second. So, okay, never mind. The elixir storage was low, so this was an easy second triple for us. We're taking a look at the next base. Meanwhile, 1 more second. If you're taking a look at the defense log at the moment, I think most of the attacks you're getting in are either Yeti Smash or, kind of depending on the trophy range, the Super Wizard Blimp with basically anything, or maybe the Golem and the Super Wizard Witch spam, which is really popular at the moment as well. One of those strategies are most likely the attacks against you. Maybe some dragons or E-dragons, but I don't think, like, I think ground is the most common thing at the moment. So how would you want to defend this? Well, the best thing how to defend that is a hound. Not an ice hound, I'm sorry, a normal hound, because that's the best thing. The other option which you have is like 3 ice golems. That's pretty good as well, but maybe that's not the best choice. So some sort of a hound is most of the time better, but I mean, just keep going with the super minions. I switched now my army, so I don't care about super minions anymore. They're so freaking bad against Yeti Smash that I don't care at all. So totally fine, bring your super minions, I will be happy with that. But let's go to the next base, and this is another teaser base. And this is like one of those hardcore teaser bases, I would say, because on the first base, we had the Town Hall kinda inside of the base a little bit. On this base, we have the Town Hall really, really far on the outside, only protected by the Queen and the King, basically. So it's basically the same approach. We're starting on the other side of the Town Hall. We're letting the Queen decide whichever way she wants to go, and then just smash everything in there. Love about those stupid super minions which are in the base. Like, who cares about super minions when you're bringing PEKKA Smash? Like, what the hell? And then just the Blimp at some point. Remember to save one rage for the Blimp. This is pretty important. Otherwise, the Town Hall might not go down. And, well, then just the Queen's finishing off the job with the Royal Champion, hopefully. We have still so many troops alive. I mean, the King's at the top side alive. In the rage is wrecking the enemy King, hopefully. We are placing one wizard over here. Always, if you're bringing the Baby Dragon, always use the Baby Dragon for like tanking in the end for the Royal Champion. So you can have like the mixer in between of the Royal Champion and the Baby Dragon. That's pretty powerful. And that's another 3-star. Like, easy as that, I guess. So that's another teaser base, easily wrecked. And, well, like, I mean, Hybrid obviously could have tripled this base as well, but I already know that attacking this base would have been like so much more pain. And this is just so much easier and so much more relaxed. So I'm pretty glad that I switched, but let's see how long we can do this. So next base, and this is actually one of my bases, which is over 1 year already old. This is pretty crazy. Oh no, it's actually nearly 1 year old, because we used this base, or I ran this base in the Town of 13 Cup, which we won last year as Tribe Gaming, and this base had many 1-stars against that. So back then, Lalo was really powerful, and this base was basically designed to defend Lalo, and it was insane. But now let's take a look at the PEKKA Smash. So once again, on this base, it's some sort of different entry, because as I said, normally whenever you have the Town Hall kind of located or like teased to one side, you want to start on the other side, walk to one flank, and then just smash in there. That's it. On this base, this was not possible. We had a stupid single Inferno Tower over there. This kind of feels like that the base builder actually had a brain building this base, but we outbrained him. We outbrained him because we just used our Blimp, taking care of the single Inferno Tower, and now we can easily do what we always do, just smash in one side, jumping into the core, because, I mean, the pathing for the core is just so awesome that we do not have to worry about the second star, which is the town at this point, so we do not need the Blimp. This guy randomly has some Hog Riders in there. I mean, to be honest, I don't care if there are Hog Riders in there or Super Minions, because both is trash against PEKKA Smash. Now just push everything in there. We still have the Royal Champion. We can use the Royal Champion later. Just keep raging everything, because we still have a ton of rages. This is something which you need to remember. Use your rages, and you have a ton of them. That's pretty important. Now the Royal Champion in front of the witches, so they're kind of protected. Queen, meanwhile, is taking care of the top side, is going to get into the range of the single soon, but that's no problem, because we still have a freeze and we still have the Queen ability. Now, right now, I'm thinking about, should I use the freeze? Should I use the Queen ability? What should I do? I used in the end the Queen ability, and that has a really important, or like the purpose of that was really important, because what I wanted to do is, if the Queen dies over there, like let's say the single Inferno Tower would have targeted the Queen next, I would have still had the healers switching over to my Royal Champion, and as long as my Royal Champion is surviving, this is an all-day triple, and that's exactly what it is, because we're just freezing the single Inferno Tower, and that's an easy peasy 3-star. Let's go in the next triple. So we already had many different bases, and I think we'll just keep going, because if you guys would like to switch the army composition which you're running right now, and you would like to try this as well, well, then I want to give you already a nice start into this and give you some like nice ideas. So this is another classic legend base. So I don't see any legend bases anymore most of the time, which have like those center town halls, except ring bases. But since we already take so many ring bases overall in the last couple of days, I won't show any of those. But if you have any of those kind of center town hall compartments, but at the same time, they're not really centered, so like a little bit offset, like this base, always start, like I said, on the eagle side if possible. And if there's no second layer threat to your queen or to your healers, which basically means air defenses, expos, things like that, which you cannot reach, then you can decide like, okay, then you can just, or like on this has nothing on the second layer except the eagle, and we don't care about the eagle at this point. So if that's the case, walk to one side, smash in, and enjoy the 3-stars. That's not only what I'm doing. So let's see if it works once again on this base. So far everything looks good. We're sending in our smash at the top right, and now we can send in use the jump. The king is actually walking aside, which is not the best, not the worst. I would have liked to have the king on the outside to take care of the scatter, but still it should be alright. The enemy lava hound is coming out. To be honest, with those super minions, it's not the biggest deal, but at the same time, it's more annoying. It's more annoying than super minions. But at the same time, now the rages, everything is just right up in the core. The Royal Champion already on the bottom side placed to make sure that we're getting rid of all of those defenses kind of quickly. The enemy queen is quite annoying, but still, everything looks good. And now I'm kind of thinking about, oh damn, okay, the Royal Champion is dying really quick. Like this enemy warden, ow, this guy is dealing too much damage. And now I'm dropping the freeze on top of those two cannons to make sure that my Royal Champion is surviving. And this was the moment where I noticed, oh, it's you still have the Blimp. Let's use it. And that's what I'm doing for the single Inferno Tower. So this basically was not the optimal use case. In the end, it worked out. But This was not planned. Like, I just noticed that I completely forgot about the blimp. That's basically it. And that's the only thing. So, another overkill 3-star. This time it was like insane overkill because we have the Royal Champ alive, we have the Queen alive, we have like 2 P.E.K.K.A or something alive, we have the Yetis from the Yeti Blimp alive, we have Witches alive. This was an insane overkill. But I have one more base to show for you guys. I have one more base to share, and hopefully you can learn something from all of those attacks. Hopefully you can use this for your own as well. That would be awesome. So let's take a look at the next base. And this base, oh my god. I freaking hate this base when facing this with hybrid. I hate this base. This is the most, I don't know, whoever built this base, go away. So let's take a look at this base. So whenever you have like an eagle like this set up like on the opposite of the town hall, and it's like a lot of value around it, you can always think about blimping it. Like just use the Yeti blimp on it. That's what I'm thinking right now. That's what I'm trying right now. I know that it's risky because whenever you're going into 2 scatter shots with that like a crossfire like this, it's really risky because those double scatters easily one-shot your Yeti mites. And this means there's no damage left. And this is exactly what happened. So this was a really, really bad blimp. Yeah, so never go into double scatter like that. So either way, we're just using the ward, the queen to take on the enemy clan caster. This time the super minions are quite annoying actually, but I mean, it's still fine because we do not need to use anything too much. At least I think so. And now, once again, it's the same setup always, basically. So we're walking to one side, PEKKA smash in, keep wall breaking everything in because we have 3 super wall breakers, so we can get quite deep into the base if it's like nicely set up for us. Witches and the king on the outside. He's quite tanky, so you don't need him on the inside. You can just use him for the witches. Keep wall breaking in, and then just jump to the town hall and just rage everything up. And as soon as you know, okay, or as soon as you notice, okay, this line of defenses, it's still there, and you want to take care of that and maybe protect some troops, that's the one where you use the Royal Champion. That's where I use the Royal Champion at the bottom side. The top side, there's still single Inferno Tower, so you cannot really deal with that. And, well, this is looking, once again, quite good for us. We have the queen jumping over. Unluckily, there's still ground skeletons, but that's no problem with the queen ability, taking care of the single Inferno Tower. And this means this should be the next 3... Oh, wait, this is getting quite close, so we have to wait for that. First off, a couple of troops on the bottom side to clean things up. We have still 3 P.E.K.K.A left. We have 3 P.E.K.K.A left, but it's all about the Royal Champion. If the Royal Champion takes care of the air defense, then we can use the Baby Dragon over there. That will be huge. Okay, let's see. Come on, Royal Champ. Royal Champ ability. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. And there we go. Now we need a little bit luck, because if there's a black mine, this is quite expensive time-wise, but there's no black mine, so this should be alright, and this should be our last triple of the video. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I really hope that I was able to help you guys maybe finding a new strategy which you really like, because I enjoyed the strategy quite a lot. I was searching for something like a new strategy, since like I said, I don't like hybrid anymore that much, at least in Legend, where I kind of had the feeling of having some impact on my attacks but not doing Lalo. So that was kind of like a tricky decision, but in the end it worked out. I really like this army. I can just like tell you guys, try it as well, maybe in some prank challenges. It really worked great. But that's it for today's video. I hope you guys liked today's video. I hope you guys learned something new, and I will see you guys back tomorrow for the next one. Until then, see ya guys, and bye bye.